Let's rate it on my 5 real systems, where 5 is great and 1 is, ooh, I wouldn't know if I would touch that type of software. So now for price, I give Scrivener 5 reals at $49.99 plus minor upgrades. I think is great. Now I know some people might push back on me and they say, well, but in your fade in review, you gave fade in 5 reals and they take care of all the upgrades. Now, this would probably be a little shorter or a little lower in terms of reels if Scrivener would put out a new product every year, every 6 months. But there's a long development for Scrivener, so I haven't yet had to pay for an upgrade yet. And so we'll have to wait and see how much they charge for that. But for as long as I've used this particular type of, or this particular version of the software, I've been quite happy with that. And I also like this price because it's a one-time fee, which sadly many people in the industry are moving away from and they're going to a subscription model, which I'm not really thrilled about. I don't know about you, but I don't like having to pay for my software every month. I think it should be a one-time fee. Call me old school, call me a boomer, but I would rather just pay once than every month. Features. It took me a little while to sort of figure out what I wanted to give for Scrivener. I think I'm going to probably give it a 4. It's got some really good tools for writing novels and screenplays, so that's why I sort of gave it a 4. Otherwise, it's pretty bare bones. I mean, there's nothing that really makes it stand out so much in terms of features. Everything that they sort of pointed out in terms of features, I've seen in most other screenwriting software. There isn't the nice thing that it does have a nice research tab where you can put a lot of stuff in. It's nice that you're able to be able to see the research that you're working on at the same time. So I like all those type of things. Is it incredible? No. I think if it didn't include the ability to write a novel or other type of work, I probably would have rated this more like a 3. But because of that, because of the way it works with the novels, I think I'm going to give it a 4. Ease of use. Again, another one that I've been trying to sort of figure out after I've been using it. I think I'm going to go with 4 reels. There is a learning curve with Scrivener. I'm not going to say it was really easy to start with. Not as easy as Fade In, where you could just sort of type and go. There is a little bit more complexity to Scrivener, that it didn't have an easy way to do dual dialogue. And the funny part of that, even when we left from the ease of use section, you can see that it just gave it a blue outline. And you're only going to see that when you do the fade in, if you compile it according to a fade in script. If you put it in as a PDF or put it in or if you compile it in a different manner, you're not going to see that formatting difference. And I had to hunt for that. It was not easy to find that dual dialogue function. I had to go outside of the Scrivener website. I didn't see any forums on it. I tried typing into the program. It didn't show you how to do that. I actually ended up having to go to an outside YouTube channel in order to find how to do that. But that's just dual dialogue. All the rest of it was really pretty easy. I mean, it was really easy jumping between dialogue and action and headings, scene headings and stuff like that. It was really pretty slick. And like I said, pulling up a separate screen so I could look at my research right next to it. Holy cow, that was amazing. I didn't realize, because a lot of times I do, when I retype the stuff, I have my script right in front of me and I'll retype it. But this was a hell of a lot easier doing it this way. So like I said, I think I'm pretty comfortable as I talk to you guys about it, about giving ease of use about 4 reels. I think it deserves that. Resources, 4 reels. They had a lot of stuff, I think, on the website for Scrivener, which I thought was really impressive. They had that long list of videos. In the app itself, I was disappointed, as you can see from the video, that we weren't able to access some of those videos from my Scrivener program. But going to the website, I was able to access all those programs or all those video files. So I think that just works just fine. They also have a ton of other printed resources if you're who wants to read through it. And in the app, it was really easy to look at those things too. And those actually pulled up, so those worked as well. So, and like I said, on YouTube, there is a bunch of videos about how to use Scrivener. So overall, I have to give it 4 reels. If you need resources, I think Scrivener, you can't go wrong. There's a lot of resources out there to answer your questions. Communication, 5 reels. My mandatory question was fine. It was great. It actually got answered pretty well. You can't beat that. I mean, like I said, like I said before, I've had a couple software programs where they don't even respond to me. I mean, granted, it is a dumb question, but you still need to be responding to your customer base. And right now I'm batting 2 out of 3 for companies and their abilities to answer questions quickly as well as professionally. Scrivener has some great people who answer questions quickly. Good work. So here you go. Out of 25 reels, Scrivener gets 22. It's a good piece of software. Again, I can definitely see why screenwriters and novelists like using this one. It has a lot of good features. It definitely doesn't break the bank. It's really affordable, really cheap. And like I said, if you get bored of writing screenplays or you get bored of writing a novel, you can switch up to something really easy to do. And it has a ton of resources if you get stuck. I mean, you can't beat that. The people are professional when you ask them questions, and they get back to you fairly quickly. So if you got the money, it's $50. It's $50. It's well worth it. And plus, if you get tired of writing scripts, you can write books. I mean, this is a very versatile piece of writing software. And so it makes it easy and comfortable to write a screenplay. Yes, there's a little drawback. There is a little bit of a learning curve with it, but it's nothing that a couple of maybe an hour or two you wouldn't have down and get going. So, like I said, it's not, in my opinion, it's probably not as good as Fade In. But I think, like I said, if you're looking for an entry-level software program that allows you to do it and to do it well, look, it does have a free trial. The other thing too, if you have an iPad and you do most of your writing off the iPad, get the app. It's $19.99 and it does the same thing. It's really cool that they were able to do this in the app. So get that if you're just trying to think of to give it a try. $20. I mean, for Pete's sakes, to have a software that works as well as this. Now, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more product reviews, a playlist on how turning your idea into a first draft, and much, much more. Now, if you have a particular software you want a brutally honest review about, please feel free to leave it in the comments section below. Well, until the next video, write well and live well.